Hi Capricorn, welcome to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is going to be for October 16th with the new moon, taking us through the next full moon on October 31st, Halloween. We're going to be using Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck today. This will be a general reading. It won't resonate for everyone. If it does, please consider giving it a like, share, subscribe. I thank you in advance for all of your support. It's a pleasure doing this reading for you. We're going to be taking a look at your current situation, your near future, the most likely outcome of this situation, and we'll be getting you some advice from Spirit on how you can best make use of the energies available. All right, let's dig in. What situation is Capricorn going through now that we'll be talking about today? Too many. Thank you. What situation is Capricorn going through? The moon in reverse. Secrets being revealed. Some things come out to the open that had been concealed or kept private or secret, or could be that you're just suspecting, like you have some kind of knowingness that there's something you don't know. There's something being kept secret from you. So we'll see as the reading progresses whether the secret's already come out. Challenging the moon in reverse, the challenge that you're facing in dealing with the situation is the Three of Cups. You want to keep things copacetic, you want to keep things happy, or other people are trying to avoid the secret coming out because they know that it's going to cause problems and they would rather keep everything copacetic. What you are focusing on in this situation is the Five of Cups in reverse. You want to focus on the good in the situation. You recognize that there are things that are not going very well, but you're wanting to move forward with what you still have going for you, and you think other people should be doing the same. You're like, okay, let's stop focusing on the things that didn't work out. Let's just gather up the things that are working and keep trudging ahead, keep moving forward. Let's be, objective, let's be diligent, let's be focused on forward movement. In the recent past, we have the Emperor in reverse. This could be someone who feels like they should have had control over a situation and they didn't. Like they tried to exert their will over a situation and it just kind of took off without them. Like, I tried to keep this under wraps. I tried to keep this secret and private, but it got out. In the energy of the environment, the environment around you is the Seven of Wands in reverse. Breaking down the defenses Whomever's trying to keep these secrets, the energy of the environment wants these secrets to come out. They want walls to come down. So that's where momentum is energetically. It's going to be really hard to try and buck that. It's like, that's what's going to happen. Walls are going to come down. Secrets are going to come out. Okay. Coming up in your near future, we have the Seven of Cups. There's going to be confusion when the secrets come out. It's going to create, like, people aren't going to know quite how to feel about it. It feels like that's just, there's an opportunity here to frame the situation in a way that's conducive to a positive outcome. Because people aren't going to necessarily draw their own conclusions, they're going to be confused. Your advice: be yourself. This is the Capricorn card, the Devil. This is saying, no matter the energy of people trying to hold you back, trying to impose their will upon you, your will is the strongest. You are the one who has the say-so over your own situation. And no one can hold you down but yourself. Next up, we're going to be looking at your surprise. There's going to be something affecting the situation that you don't see coming. Something is going to happen that takes you by surprise. We're going to take a peek at what that's going to be. What is the surprise? The Hierophant in reverse. There's someone who feels like they're in charge of something in this situation. It could be a boss at work. It could be a religious leader. It could be laws. But the surprise is going to be that they don't get their way. That the status quo, the way things quote unquote should be, based on societal norms or the law of the land, will be overcome. It feels like whomever or whatever is trying to restrict the situation is not going to be successful. And that is going to come as a surprise to you. Because you're kind of waiting for the other shoe to fall. You're just anticipating some sort of repercussions for this secret coming out. And the surprise is going to be that it's not going to turn out the way that you think in that regard. The repercussions that you're expecting are either going to be much more minor than you think, or people are going to accept like a whole new way of behaving or a whole new set of rules for the situation. The old rules are no longer going to apply. Your hopes and fears regarding this situation. Four of Cups in reverse. You're finally ready to accept something. I think, no, it's going to be different for some of you. This is going to be someone else's secret coming out for some of you, and for others of you, it's going to be you finally sharing something that you've kept private for a long time. But you're afraid of what it's going to mean by accepting this shift. You know that it's going to require more out of you moving forward, and that's concerning to you. I don't think, it doesn't feel like an out and out fear. It feels more like you're kind of already aware that this is going to be part of it, but you're reticent to accept that. Last but not least, we're going to take a look at the most likely outcome. Two of Cups. Harmony. A win-win situation. Everyone's going to come out on top here. Everyone's going to be in agreement. Everyone's going to feel better at the end of it. And it'll be a happy outcome. Very happy. If not out and out love. Two of Cups is stereotypically the card of new love. Like two people joining their cups together. Their emotions together and balancing those and sharing them. Two people's emotions coming together into union. So if this is surrounding a love situation for you, and a secret coming out that you're concerned about affecting a relationship, the outcome's going to be very positive. I mean, regardless if it's a love situation or not, the outcome's going to be very positive. All right. We're going to dig in with some clarifiers now, and we'll start back at the moon. Your current situation. Yeah. Four of Cups in reverse, your hopes and fears. So this secret coming out is something that you've been, okay, I'm thinking that it is your secret, or something that you've suspected about someone else and you've been hoping that it didn't need to be addressed, that it didn't need to come out into the open because the way things were fine for you. Clarifying the Three of Cups in your block, the Star. What's holding this secret back from being shared, from being told openly? It's coming from a good place. It's not like this is being withheld in order to cause anyone harm or to get away with something. It's because they want to keep the peace, because they want everyone to feel healthy and happy. And because this is such a private, important secret, it's something that is very deeply profound to whomever is holding this secret in. Let's clarify the Five of Cups in reverse in your focus. You're trying to avoid a disaster. You want to focus not on the spilled milk, proverbially. Thank you. You want to move forward. You want to, I think you recognize the shakeup, and you're wanting to not focus too much on what was stripped away because of this secret coming out, and you're wanting to accept it and move on. Clarifying the Emperor in your recent past. We have the Two of Pentacles. Whomever was trying to maintain control over the situation, or perhaps dug up the secret. It could be that someone was feeling like they had power over a situation to dig up information on someone else. That was because of a desire to keep the peace, to stay balanced. I'm also getting that this person felt like they had a lot of responsibility. Like, I'm juggling a lot here. I'm handling a lot here. Like they were maxed out in what they could handle. In the overall environment, clarifying the Seven of Wands, we have the Seven of Swords. This is suspicion of other people's motives, that you're concerned that other people are trying to get away with things. It's also just representative of a secret in general. This can be just the attitude of keeping something a secret. So the overall environment being those defenses coming down, those walls like being pierced or torn down, so that the secret that was hiding behind the wall is evident. We have 3 sevens on the board. So that's major spiritual victory. It's like jackpot, 777. So no matter the difficulty that this may bring about, there's a huge win behind it all. In your near future, clarifying the Seven of Cups, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, people aren't going to know what to think or how to feel about it. They're going to take wild stabs at what they think and feel. And I really feel like this is an opportunity for whomever has the wherewithal or the desire to make use of it, to frame the situation, to guide people toward the way that, I hesitate to say the way that they should feel, because, who is anyone to tell other people how they should feel? But what I'm getting at is, depending on your situation, you can guide people to feel a certain way about things that could ideally yield a more positive outcome. Just recognize that in the near future there's going to be some confusion there, and if they're like, oh, should I be happy about this? Should I be angry about this? Should I be jealous of this? You know, a secret coming out is one thing, but you know how it affects your social circle, your family, your congregation at church, you know, just other people in your periphery who are part of your world. How they view the situation is going to affect you moving forward. So take a vested interest and take the opportunity to frame, you know, how they could feel about it. Give them options. Give them suggestions that you feel could be, you know, the right way to feel about it. Okay, in your advice, the Devil clarified by the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is about taking a pause and reviewing, scrutinizing a situation, seeing it from every angle. And again, the Devil being about what it is we choose to bond ourselves to. What it is we choose to... Not everything in this life is about free-flowing moving forward. There are inherently things that we are attached to, things that are, you know, we don't just go from one job to the next every day or every minute. We don't go from one family to the next every day or any minute. There are things that we choose to stay bonded to stay stuck to. And your advice here is to take a look at the things that you're choosing to stay stuck to, whether they be ideas or concepts or people or habits. And there's something that you'll learn from it, from taking another look at it, from taking a deeper perspective. There's more to it that you're not seeing, and the advice is to take a deeper look so that you can find out what it is you're not seeing. The secret of the Hierophant in reverse is clarified by the World. This is going to be a permanent change in the status quo. A big deal. Things are not going to go back to the way they were before. This is going to change everything. Clarifying your hopes and fears with the Four of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups. So you know that by accepting this shift, there are things that you'll need to leave behind that you are attached to. Or you're afraid that it may not be true because this is only a fear. You're hoping that by accepting this, that it will, you're either hoping that it'll free you up to move on, or you're hoping that it won't necessitate you leaving behind things that you enjoy. And then your overall outcome with the Two of Cups is the Seven of Swords in reverse. No, come on, I know this card. Eight of Swords in reverse. I'm just so keen on the sevens coming up. I was overshooting there. So this is releasing from this self-imposed mental prison. The ways in which you didn't want to see the truth, and that kept you a little wishy-washy. It kept you from sharing your cup in a way that could be met with someone else sharing back with you. You're going to feel, or I think it's not just you, I think this is kind of a bigger result that affects people in your periphery as well. That people are going to be like, their eyes will be opened. I want to show you a little closer. Do you see that she has a blindfold on? And she's not tied to anything. So this it's saying you're not really trapped. It's all in your mind. Just shrug off these bandages that are keeping you in bondage. And, your arms will be free. Take off the blindfold and you can just walk away. You're not really stuck. It's an illusion. It's reminding me of the near future, this confusion, illusion that's going to be going on emotionally. That this opportunity for this secret coming out, freeing people from, like, maybe by this information being withheld, in the absence of the truth, people were coming up with their own ideas or concepts over what was actually going on. And by the truth coming out, the secret coming out, then that negates all of those false assumptions and paves the way for the Two of Cups feeling of, oh, okay, I can get on board with that. Now that feels genuine. I was operating under a misconception before. Now that I see the reality of the situation, I can really engage with it. Okay, now we're going to pull some oracle cards to close out your reading. First, we'll pull from the Affirmators deck, get you an affirmation. What affirmation do we have? Thank you. We have gentleness. I speak with gentleness and I listen with gentleness. I align with the gentlest part of myself and I take joy in being receptive, open, and unafraid. I am like a baby deer who's best friends with a baby elephant. The baby elephant wraps its little trunk around my shoulders and we lie down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sorts of humans the clouds look like. It's a little whimsical. Be gentle. I think there can be knee-jerk reactions when a major secret comes out. Remember, be gentle. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with others in the situation. Next up, we're going to pull from the Fear Nothing Oracle deck. We have music has what you need. Music can be very healing. It can set the tone for a situation. Anyone who's ever thrown a party at their own home knows that the music that you play is really going to affect the mood. So there could be some hint here for you if you're in control of maybe sharing a message with music, or if there's a gathering involving this situation, if you have the capacity to choose what music is playing in the background. It's a subtle way that you can shift the tone of the environment. If nothing else, music can be a healing form for you privately, just to deal with everything that's going on. Okay. I introduced the deck I'm pulling from, the Halloween Oracle. We have winter, the sacredness of pausing. That's this, the Hanged Man in your advice is hitting the pause button. Reflect on what it is that is in its winter phase. What are we closing the door on because of this situation? What bonds are we letting go of? What's dying out of our lives? And last but not least, we will pull you a card from the Making Magic deck. What card do we have for Capricorn? Thank you. Ooh, we have Fairy Magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. I love this. So, fairies can be tricksters as well. If you see some little difficulty pop up, just know that on the other side of the veil there could be a giggling fairy watching you deal with this situation. If you believe in that, just know that their aim is to help you, even if sometimes they're nudging you or, poking you in a way that's irksome. They do take pleasure in kind of giggling and watching you squirm. All right, guys. This has been your reading for the second half of October. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give it a like, share, subscribe. I thank you in advance for all your support. I will see you guys again at the full moon October 31st reading. Thank you. Bye.